to Certification Insights. My name is Bamidele Vivian Osage. Today on the show, it's all about Certification Edge. What is it? Who are they? What do they do? Well, stick around to find out right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
For over 15 years, Certification Edge has been in the business of training professionals to pass the PMP, CBAP, ACP, and HR certifications from HRCI and SHRM.
Yes, our results speak. With over 90% pass rate, we are unmatchable.
With our globally certified coaches,
excellent after-class support system,
over 1,000 practice tests,
and our magical FIV you will never find anywhere else.
Choose Certification Edge for all your global certification needs and let us celebrate your wins in grand style.
Remember, to be the best, you've got to train with the best.
Contact us for all your global certification needs today.
Welcome back to Certification Insights. My name is Bamidele Vivian Osage. So like I said just before the break, today on Certification Insight, we are placing focus on Certification Edge. What is it? What do they do? How do they help? And every information you need to know about it. Well, the horse is in the studio himself, if I can use that word. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome for my guest today, none other than Ajibola Bamidele. Welcome.
Thank you for having me again in the studio.
Ooh, okay, so I get excited about horses. If you were a horse, what would be your color? Black, white, what color?
White.
Ooh, why white?
Because it looks holy.
He got me. Okay, so let's focus now on the topic for today.
Okay, let's see.
Certification Edge. What is it in a nutshell?
Okay, so what we do is we'll help people prepare for global exams. So we expose them to what they need to know when it comes to passing their global exam. So we offer PMP, for that's Project Management Professional. We offer RMP, Risk Management Professional. We offer ACP, Agile Certified Professional. And we also offer PMI PBA, that's Professional in Business Analysis. Okay, all these 4 certifications are on the PMI. Then we also do CBAB, ECBA, CCBA, CBAP, and that's under IIBA. Then we also do about 4 under HRCI. We do APHRI, PHRI, SPHRI, GPHR, and also that's basically HRCI. Then we also do 2 for SHRM. We do SHRM CP and SCP. So all these exams is what we focus on, and we're still opening up much more in the year. We're starting with new certifications, and all our goal is to, should I say, build cross-border capabilities so that an average person, wherever you want to go, don't forget to become a global citizen now, in a global knowledge, in a global competency, and that's basically our focus.
Okay, so I'm talking about your focus now. One coming to your, can I use the word institute? Or one coming to learn to prepare for the exams coming forward for them. Why should they choose Certification Edge?
So the question you ask yourself is that who else they want to choose? Because not by pride. We've been doing this for years, over 15 years. We've been preparing for global exams. And if you look at what we do, like I tell people, I take pride in saying, if there's anybody in this country out of 100 people certified with probably HRCI certification or something, we assisted them in getting certified. So it's just like whenever you see that this is the output of this institute and this who they are, then it speaks already. Because when you look at it, if you look at our students and who they are, what we've done in the last few years, I tell you, you will always want to choose us because we've set the pace and we're still setting the pace. We've not left the pace and we're still increasing the pace. Should I use that also? So you cannot but choose us. And we have the best support system because beyond for us, is about making you pass your exams. It's not about getting you to come for classes, because you need to also look at the motivation. So with all these things we've done over the years, people pass exams. Like in 2001, we had 100% pass rate in PMP.
Wow.
We have over 98% pass rate in HRCI courses. So when you look at all the things we do, there's something we're doing differently from others that is making people pass when they come to our organization.
Okay, so for people who even want to try to get a preparatory center, what are those things they should look out for? Okay,
so this is how it is. It's just like you went to the marketplace and everybody's saying, come and buy. You know, everybody's saying their market is good.
Yes, so nobody will say bad market.
Nobody's bad market. So now, when I wanted to send my child to a school, because if you look at Nigeria, we have so many schools. But you start from the owner of that school, the founders, the founding fathers. Now, have they been through what they're encouraging you to go through? Because you cannot take me to where you've not been. So if you look at most schools, secondary schools and all, maybe somebody's a politician, doesn't want to make more money, started a school. Of course, the person will not go for standards, will not enforce standards, because the person's motivation is to increase pay, to increase money. So you start from, number one, understand the founders, because a typical, and also understand the people, the faculty team. You know, like we've been using almost the same faculty team for like 7 years. We're not the kind of institute that will look for someone and say, we want to facilitate tomorrow. Yeah, come. Because we have the model. We have people that have been going through this with us for years. So that also is something you should look out for. How long have these people been taking this class? Because you cannot use your pay, your money, to do, should I use the word, Ludo, to play Ludo. So you need to be certain. We have one of the best support systems. We have one of the best numbers of people that have passed through our institute, have passed the exams. And I can tell you, with all humility, we've set the pace, like I said in the beginning. So when you want to choose us, and we also have what we call FIV, different products that we've come up with to support you to pass your exam. So there's nothing else you need to pass your global exam that we've not put in place.
True that. So hop on the Certification Edge train while you can. I don't need to say too much about it. But before we round things up, because you know we're losing so much time and we need to wrap things up, I really want to know, certification now as a whole, should everybody get certified? Who do you feel should do these exams? And you know, there's a thing people say that, oh, because you've had years of experience, so you really do not need to have the certification done and all that. What is your take on this?
Okay, so there are two questions you've asked now. Number one, should everybody get certified? Of course, what it does to you is that we're living in a global village, and probably people have schooled in different places, you know, having different curriculum. But there's a global standard that everybody, either you're practicing in Canada, or you're practicing in America, or you're practicing in England, or Nigeria, or Kenya, or whatever it is, they've put together the minimum knowledge that if you're practicing HR, or you're practicing project management, or you're practicing business analysis all over the world, these are the things you must know. And so, you pursuing it will help you bridge the gap. In case there's a gap where you're working, and your experience have not covered those gaps, that's what it will do to you. And that answers the first one. Okay. So everybody, because you don't even know what you know until you begin to learn. You now realize that you need to learn more about what you think you already know. But you won't know how much you don't know until you come into class and try it out. I've seen people that will say, I don't need any growth. And when they come into class, they start saying, wow, thank God I came. So that's one. Number two is this. You ask that is experience better and or pursuing certification. So I'll answer you this way.
Okay.
Now, I rather want to choose, because when you talk about this experience too, you want to know where you got the experience from. Because you might have experience doing the wrong things. I say, I've been doing this for 30 years, but doing the wrong things. So is it something you need to unlearn those experiences? But the right experience, so I'm answering that if you have the right experience, then I can say the right experience is better than just doing certifications.
Okay.
However, when you have two people that have that have the right experience, and one person has the right experience and no certification, or right experience and certification. You want to choose the person that has the right experience and certified. So it's better to be experienced and certified than to be experienced and not certified. And if you don't have experience, the best way to start is knowledge, because knowledge exposes you to what you're about to go into. So if you're not also experienced, it's good to start by acquiring knowledge. So wherever you're coming from is better. But I realize that most people that condemn that said it's not about certifications, it's about experience.
Yes.
It's because I've never seen someone that have both, that have ever condemned it, condemn it rather. I've always seen someone that doesn't have it, has not done any exam, and saying it's about experience. But I've never seen anyone that have done the exam and has experience that ever said it doesn't make sense. So please always look at this punchline when people are advising you. Only advise me to where you've been. Don't take me to where you've never been.
That's it. Okay, speaking of where we've been, where we've not been, we've all been through the pandemic. We're going to wrap things up now. And I know it's a time that a lot of people started thinking about physical classes, online classes. For you, as Certification Edge, Ajibola Bamidele, so which do you prefer, or which would you recommend that the students or the professionals rather who are writing these exams, they opt for? Is it the sit-in class or the online classes? So
when you talk about Certification Edge, it's a team of great minds. So really, I lead them. So most times when people say,
you're the face.
Ajibola, I said, no. I said, I lead the team, but I cannot do nothing without a strong team. So really, when people say Ajibola, I said, no. The icing makes no sense without the cake.
We should
so
have
the
everybody on the
strength
set
of what we have as a company is the people we have. So let me, I'm trying to correct that. When people say, no, that's not it. That's not right. That's not correct.
Okay.
Now, but when you talk about online and in-class, for 13 years, we're doing in-class. So I can tell you that we've done both. And now we saw a major surge in our exam, in people passing their exam when we started the online. Wow. And there's something about the online. Don't forget when you do in-class, there's no recording. So you cannot go back. If you doze, if you miss anything, that's forever. But the online class, what it does for you, for exam preparatory, because they're about to test knowledge. So if you miss it, you can go back and read and listen to the recordings and see what you missed, which you don't have that in the online classes. And what we have also done, because sometimes in class you have discussions that will take you out of the scope, and sometimes facilitators sometimes might not be able to touch very well critical areas. So what we did was to take like a 6-month period to go and shoot what we call faculty interactive video. So what we do is, people have used this video alone to pass their exams without having to come to class. But we're just doing the classes because if we don't do it and we tell you, use the video alone, you feel, no, I want to. So what we do is that video, we two different faculties came together and they started focusing on critical things you need to know. And we discussed it. It's very interactive, and we go back and forth on this subject. So with that, with our online learning, with that's in class, with the video recordings, with a bunch of questions you have to use, and also the FIV, the success has jumped. So for certification preparation, we will never go back to in class because we know the rate. We can compare both. Our people passed, and our people are passing during that time.
So people focus more when they do it online?
Not focus. They have different materials to go back to over and over again. And it's about a knowledge you need to keep listening to because you're going to be tested. You're writing an exam. So somebody can just say it in passing alone and you pick only a few things. You must pick all. So because you must pick all, then it's better to have a recording, to listen to it over and over again. And also, and when it comes to the in-class, now we have an academy. And the academy, what we do is leadership trainings. Now, I will never recommend online for that. Why? Because you need experiential. Because you want the test of that knowledge is your job. This one, there's an exam. they're going to be writing. So the approach is really different when it comes to certifications and also in class.
Woof. You know what? You've said it all today. Thank you so much. And you're so humble. I like the fact that you carried the team along. This is one of the leadership qualities that y'all really need to possess, and you totally embody it. Ajibola Bamidele, thank you so much for coming on the show today. We've learned a lot, and we've really opened our minds to this. And I can't wait to tell my sister to sign up, because she's always complaining, I've got kids to watch out. But now she can, join this and do the online
You can do it from anywhere in the world.
Anywhere.
So really, distance is not a barrier.
That's it. And we are not far from you. Don't forget, interact with our videos. You can look at the bottom, everything's scrolling there on the screen. Send us messages. Would love to hear back from you. Well, that's all we can talk about today here on the show. Certification Insights. Till same time. Again, remember, be kind to one another. It's not going to cost you anything. My name is Bamidele Vivian Osage. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Certification Edge, building cross-border capabilities.